Okay, y'all, this is part four. Part four of what debt collectors and collection agencies can do. So I had a loaded question. Somebody asked me, what can they really do? What practices are off limits for debt collectors, or what things should and should not do? So I had to jot some of this stuff down because y'all, this question was loaded. Let's talk about harassment first, okay? Debt collectors cannot harass you, cannot oppress you, or abuse you, all right, or any of the third parties they contact. Like, for example, they may not do use threats of violence or harm. Remember, I told you I used to work for a collection agency, and this is common knowledge. When you are trained to work with a collection agency or for a collection agency, you are trained on these things. Now, that means that they're covered, right? So with that being said, they cannot use threats of violence or harm against you. They can't say or publish a list of names. I've heard that. And I'm like, really? Of people who refuse to pay, like the list that just came out on January 2nd, right? But they can give information to credit reporting agencies like TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, okay? Keep that in mind. If you're on the phone with a debt collector, they cannot use obscene language. That is an ultimate no-no. Profanity at all. All right. And you shouldn't either, but that's something different. Repeated use of the phone to annoy someone. This is something that happened to me recently, maybe within the last year. Somebody was trying to contact my cousin, and I was like, this is the wrong number. It was none of their business. I wasn't giving any information. But they kept calling back, because after I said it's the wrong number, I kept hanging up. But they kept calling back. So what I proceeded to do, I put the record button on my phone, and I realized what they were doing. Then I proceeded to block the number. Yes, I proceeded to block. They would call from a similar number. And all this was done within a 2 to 3 minute range. I'm just being honest with you. So yes, they can annoy you, but they should not. I mean, not that they can. That's harassment. So I forwarded that over to a consumer attorney, and I'm still waiting to hear back from that. But hopefully I'll have, a couple dollars from that. But that's something separate. But I just want to let you know, those are the types of harassment that collection agencies and debt collectors will go to the extreme. Okay. Also, false statements. Debt collectors may not lie. They can't lie when they're trying to collect the debt. They do it all the time. I did it. I'm being honest with you, but this was like over 20 years ago. They cannot lie to collect the debt. I'm going to give you some of the examples. Falsely claiming that they're an attorney. That happens all the time. You guys need to open up your eyes. And if you are getting these phone calls and you feel that it's not right, okay, you need to record these things, okay? That they're attorney, especially a government agency. Oh my gosh. Y'all know they had the whole thing going on with the IRS. And I know this is a little lengthy video, but I just wanted to share this information with you because it may help somebody. Falsely claim that this is a crime that you've committed. Come on now. A crime? Really? It happens all the time, though. Falsely represent that, or they operate, or that they work for an attorney. That's the thing that kills me, because it happens all the time. Or they can falsely claim that they work for TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, or a credit reporting agency. Okay, because I'm gonna be honest with you. TransUnion, the big threes, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, they ain't calling you, baby. Because they're getting paid to have that stuff on your credit. But that's a whole nother story, right? So also, they cannot misrepresent the amount that you owe. Okay? That's another thing. Indicate that papers they sent you are legal forms. No, come on now. People do it all the time. But know your law, all right? Indicate that papers they send to you are not legal forms if they are legal forms. It's crazy. But yes, some of these tactics, and crazy thing is they work, They also are prohibited from saying the following: you will be arrested for your debt. That kills me. You ain't going to jail for this. You ain't going to jail for not paying Victoria's Secrets. Come on now. Let's get together. Also, they can say that they're going to seize or garnish or attach or do something like that. They can do that if they have the intent to. Where you going? If they have the intent to. Not if they don't plan to. That's the thing. Also, legal action will be taken against you is illegal if they don't intend to. Okay, so keep that in mind. They may not do the following: give false credit information, which is one of the reasons why we have inaccuracies on our credit profile. But they cannot give false information to third parties about anyone, including your credit report or your credit profile. They can't use a false company's name. I can go on and on and on in reference to unfair practices and different things, but I realized this video was a little lengthy because this was a loaded question. Hopefully this has helped somebody. Why you keep moving? That's the little thing, y'all, I bought from TikTok. But hopefully this will help somebody in reference to dealing with collection agencies. Y'all, let me know if this information is helping you. If